Licia never asked why she was being detained or why she was brought to the police department for an interview. She never asked why her clothing was taken or why she was put into jail clothes. She just sat quietly in a chair, waiting for a detective to enter the room.
So, you have not been charged with anything, okay? But I am going to advise you of your rights. Okay. Do you understand all those?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you know why you're here right now?
I know Bev was looking for Skip.
Okay. And who is Skip to you?
Skip's my father, biological father.
Biological father. Okay. Do you call him Skip or do you call him Dad?
I call him Skip.
When was the last time you saw Skip?
I was going to say yesterday afternoon.
Where did you see him?
At the house.
At the house.
Mm-hmm.
The body of Licia's father, Skip, was found lying at the bottom of his basement stairs, covered in stab wounds. When the police initially spoke with Licia about her missing father, they noticed blood on her shirt, so they detained her, brought her down to the local police department, removed her clothing as evidence, and put her into an interrogation room.
Did you go somewhere? Did he go somewhere? Or
both? We got together about 9:15. We went to breakfast.
Where'd you go to breakfast?
Perkins.
So was it just two of you who went to Perkins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what happened?
We went back to the house. We continued our conversation. We watched some news. We watched a concert. We moved some stuff into the house. He left. He left with a friend. He said they were going to hang out. They were going to have some drinks, and that's it. I didn't ask specifically where. I didn't ask who.
Are you working currently?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you said you were moving. Tonight was your first night. You're moving into the house. Mm-hmm. You're gonna live with Skip and Bev?
Skip and Bev. Bev is down in Daphne, Alabama right now, and she's looking at houses for them to move into.
Okay.
So I was going to lease the house that they currently have.
Okay.
That's what Skip and we had discussed.
Were you close with your dad?
No, it's off and on. It's like it ebbs and it flows. Our relationship is different. Our personalities clash sometimes. Skip is my biological father, and after a short period of time, it's like he wants to parade me around, and that's not the relationship I'm trying to have with him. We're both adults, so my goal has always been to work on developing an adult relationship with him. I'm not looking for, quote unquote, a father figure at this point. Again, getting to know him. He's older, I'm older.
Licia and her children were living in a hotel room when she contacted her father, looking for a place to live. Detectives believe that Licia's plan was to take over her father's home, so she had begun to move her belongings into the home shortly after her father was killed.
Did you see all the blood in the foyer?
Yes, I have hurt myself when Skip and I were moving. I tripped over the little entrance thing, so my nose was bleeding, my lip bled a little bit. I popped off a nail because I was grabbing something and lost my footing, and that was it.
Okay. So did Bev know that you were moving into the house?
I assume so, because Skip and we talked about it. See, today is Saturday, so he and I discussed it either last Wednesday or last Thursday.
So when did you and Skip start talking about this house deal?
Last Wednesday or last Thursday.
Last Wednesday, last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So the first day you reach out,
mm-hmm. We're catching up, and I'm letting him know that we can't afford where we are. He was like, well, we're looking to move. Bev is going down to Daphne, Alabama to find us a place. I'm going to be going. Just come here. So I said, well, he was like, well, just come and stay here. I said, I don't want to just come and stay there for free. I want to pay you guys. I said, I can afford $1,300 a month. It would be $325 a week. And he was like, Leisha, that's fine. You don't have to do that. I was like, no, but that's what I want to do. And then we would cover the utilities as well.
Okay.
The detective is about to let Licia know that her father's body was found inside of his home. According to Licia, this is the first time she's being made aware of her father's death.
Skip is dead in the basement of the house. He's been stabbed. Okay. So, how do you think that happened?
I don't know how that happened.
So one of the things that we're going to be doing in this investigation is that we're going to be collecting different types of evidence, stuff like that, and such as DNA evidence. Okay, do you understand what DNA is? Okay, we're gonna. So we took your clothing. Okay, and your clothing had some blood on it, and we're gonna test it compared to his DNA. Okay. Is there any reason his DNA would be on your clothing?
We hugged today. We kissed today.
Specifically blood?
No.
If his blood was on your clothing, how would that?
It wouldn't be like hidden evidence for that.
Why did you tell Nina that you cut your leg real bad?
Because I do have here, my leg is cut from when I was moving into the storage, taking stuff out of the storage unit. So I do have a cut here real bad. And when I tripped over, when we were moving the box, I did trip and I had fell and I hit my head. So I went down and I was out for a little bit.
Where did you hit your head?
On the table in the foyer area.
Okay. Where on your head did you hit?
Here. Okay. So the facial area.
So you fell down, hit your head, and it knocked you out?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have any marks or anything on your face?
This area, part of my mouth, it was swollen. When Nina saw me, she even mentioned, babe, you're swollen. I was like, I know.
Licia is a terrible liar, and it's very apparent that she made up that story on the spot. The detective is about to become very aggressive with her and accuse her of murdering her father.
Did you and Skip have any type of argument today?
No. We had a great day. Lots of catching up. Again, going over medical history. We watched the news together. We watched a jazz concert together. We talked about the Essence Festival. We talked about JV.
So far, the evidence that we've gathered, just to let you know, we're doing a search warrant on the house. We're doing a search warrant on your hotel room, and we're getting search warrants on your 2 storage units. We're also getting a search warrant for your body, which means that we are going to take DNA samples from your nails, from your body. We're going to photograph your body. Okay? I just want you to know that that is what is currently happening and what will happen. Okay? There's also several cameras on Crest Road. We're on Raphael Road, on Raphael there. Okay? All right. We're going to be able to corroborate or not corroborate certain things that you're saying. I've already caught you in several lies. Okay.
What do you feel?
Nina, in particular, said that when at 5:30 today, you told her that you guys were moving into this house and that your father and Bev had flown to Florida. Okay.
Bev had already flown and I took her to the airport.
Right. But specifically, you told Nina that your father had flown as well. Okay. I'm sure you've done ultimately, I believe, as well as my partners who are currently out there processing the scene and doing the search warrants, that you killed your father today. Okay. That you stabbed him to death. And the evidence is backing that up as we speak. Now, there's many reasons why these things happen. Okay. I don't know what he did to you. Maybe he deserved it. I don't know. But you did stab your father today in that house. You did kill your father. You did drag him down the steps.
If an innocent person was accused of killing their father, they wouldn't just sit quietly in a chair. You would see emotional reactions like shock and disbelief, followed by fear and confusion, and then anger. Watch how Licia denies this accusation.
The reason, now we just need to know why. What happened? What happened? What did your father do to you that made you snap like that today?
Okay, I did not do that.
Let's watch that again.
Okay, I did not do that.
In forensic psychology, when a person shows minimal outward emotional response, like no surprise, fear, anger, or sadness, even when accused of something shocking, this is usually a sign of someone with antisocial or psychopathic tendencies.
You told several lies to Bev on the phone?
What lies did I told to Bev on the phone? Do you feel that I told to Bev on the phone?
I don't feel that you told lies.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you told lies.
Okay.
Because at first you said that he was sleeping, you told him that he was asleep and that he was unable to come to the phone. Okay? And his phone is off. All right? And also, I'd like to know what you did with his dog. Because the dog has been recovered in Westchester.
That's what she told me. She said...
No, the dog has been recovered in Westchester. Okay? You were also 4 to 5 hours late in picking up the kids today. Okay? Why were you so late?
Because I was moving stuff.
Couldn't take 30 minutes to go pick them up?
I was moving
because
stuff.
You were moving?
I was moving stuff and there was no
How does that really sound?
There was no room for her to sit in the car, and she said she was going to McDonald's with her friends. I said, "That's going to be okay." She was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll just call you when I'm ready."
Okay. That isn't even close to what she told me. Isn't even remotely close.
That's exactly what our conversation was.
So your girlfriend says that you picked her up at 5:30 today and told her that you guys were moving, that you were assuming the mortgage for $1,200 of your parents' house because your parents, both of your parents, flew out today to Florida. They were moving to Florida. Specifically, that is exactly what she told me. Have it on recording. Specifically. So you tell your girlfriend that your father is in Florida, when in fact he is wrapped in blankets, stabbed to death in the basement of the house that you are saying that you are assuming. When Bev says that they are not moving and that you are not moving into their house. Nina also said you've been telling her this for the past week. You haven't talked to your parents in, according to them, 7 years. According to Bev and JD, you have not talked to them in 7 years. You show up, you reach out on Monday, out of the blue.
I talked to Skip last Wednesday or Thursday. I went over to the house this past Monday.
Okay. All of a sudden, he's just going to give you the house.
He's not giving me anything I was paying.
He offered to give it to you. He offered for you not to pay anything. But they're just all of a sudden moving. I mean, that is just a wonderful windfall for you.
That is not an all of a sudden. They've been talking about when they retire going down to Daphne, Alabama for years.
So you're saying that you fell so hard that you knocked yourself out and you don't even have a mark.
This part of my mouth, my face, was swollen. So
between 5:30 when you picked Nina up and the time that the police came to your door, the swelling had gone away. That is, you heal very miraculously.
I don't know exactly when the swelling went away, but the conversation that Nina and I had, babe, your face is even swollen, your mouth is swollen here. I had some blood from my nose. Excuse me. But
I don't know why you killed your father.
I did not kill my father.
It is in your best interest to tell the truth at this point.
I did not kill my father. I had no reason to kill him.
Well, then who did kill your father?
I can't answer that question because I don't know.
Licia is about to explain that the first time she heard about her father's death was when the detective told her. This is very confusing. because it means that she was detained, brought to the police department. Her clothing was removed, and during that entire time, she never asked what was going on.
I heard that when you sat here and you said that.
Actually, that's not true because they told you he was dead back at the house.
Actually, they didn't tell us that he was dead at the house. No one mentioned that. Sergeant Narad said he was dead. So the police come. They come to your house. They said that we were.
They come to the house. They place you in handcuffs, and you don't ask any questions.
I would.
No. Because I mean, if the police came to my house late at night, walked around my house, and placed me in handcuffs, I would probably have a question or two.
I did ask questions. They said they were looking around. Actually, when they placed us in handcuffs, they said that we were being detained, and they started looking around. When they first showed up, I saw the lights in the driveway. I got up. I put my sweatpants on, took the white dog, went downstairs, and I asked the officer, I said, he told me his name, and I don't remember the younger guy. He said that Bev had said that Skip, she wasn't able to reach Skip.
Why did you lie about your father's whereabouts?
I didn't lie about my father's whereabouts.
You said he was asleep.
Oh, okay. To Beth, because he wasn't there, and I did not want her being upset with him because he wasn't there, and I told her that.
And you said that they had a falling out. Bev says they haven't had a falling out.
I haven't. Last week, not this week. Last week they had a falling out, according to Bev and according.
So they had a falling out last week. But you told me that because of that falling out, your dad didn't go to Florida. But then you told Nina that he flew to Florida today.
I never told Nina that Skip flew to Florida today.
So Nina's lying?
She might have been confused, but I did not tell Nina that Skip flew to Florida today.
You told her that both Bev and Skip flew to Florida. It might not have been today, but they were both out of state and both in Florida. Is exactly what she said you told her. That's hard to confuse.
No, actually, you're saying two different things, but that's okay.
What are the two different things I'm saying?
You said two different things right now. At first, you're saying that she said that they flew out today, which
I said maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't say today. Maybe I misunderstood that. But she did say that you told her that the two of them did fly to Florida, and that's why you were moving in the house today, because you originally told her that you weren't moving until Sunday. So why move in today? You told her you weren't going to move until Sunday.
I never said that. You weren't going to move until Sunday.
So she's lying again?
I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying that she...
Well, why would she say that? So when we test all the blood that is in the foyer, and it's not your blood and it's his blood, what is...
I can't explain his blood. I can explain my blood. I can't explain his blood.
You realize your phone tracks everywhere you go. And we're going to get that as well. Okay.
The detective looks at Lysia's hands, and he notices that a few of her fake nails are missing.
So you're carrying stuff, and it, with such force, it rips off your nails as well as part of your actual real nail today.
No, part of my real nail.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are...
Because my nails are almost as long as my tip. And what happened, it lifted. And when it came off, it pulled my nail off. Because when you do gels, your nails are attached to them, especially when they grow out like this. So if I were to hit my nail right now, my real nail will come off with my tip. That's just what happens.
So your father was stabbed in the throat. Okay, he has a huge puncture in his throat. That would create a lot of blood loss. Okay.
Once again, we see no emotion, as the detective tells Licia the horrifying details of her father's murder.
I know you tried to clean up all the blood in the foyer, but it gets down in the cracks of the wood. It's actually all over the walls. You missed a lot of spots.
I only cleaned up.
So, because you haven't said that he was bleeding at all. You just said you were bleeding. So.
For when I was bleeding, yes.
Right.
I didn't know that Skip was bleeding.
Well, he had a hole in his throat.
You just told me that.
You knew he had a hole in his throat because you put it there.
No, I did not. No, I did not. I did not know that Skip was hurt, Skip was injured, until you sat here and told me this when we were talking a few minutes ago.
Hold on. So, listen to the story that you're telling.
Mm-hmm.
You have told Nina that your father is in Florida. Per what she's saying,
mm-hmm.
You tell your stepmother that he's asleep. His phone is off. No one is answering the house phone.
When I heard the house phone,
there is blood everywhere. You have injuries yourself.
From moving, yes.
And your father is dead in the basement, wrapped in blankets. He was drugged down the steps, and he has stab wounds, specifically a puncture in his throat. So you lie to several people. You're trying to cover your lies, and your father is stabbed to death in the basement.
I'm not trying to cover any lies. When Bev sent me a message, can you have Skip call me? I called her back. I said, Bev, I'm going to be honest with you. Skip is not here.
Where did he go?
He left with a friend. He said...
Who's the friend?
I don't know.
Male or female?
Female.
What kind of car?
It was a black Toyota. I can't tell you the model. It was like a sedan. Okay. That's all that I know.
So when I checked the doorbell camera of the next door neighbor, and it doesn't show that.
That's all that I know.
That's another lie.
I have not lied. I don't know. I didn't know the person. There was not an introduction. I was in the doorway. That was it.
When all you guys got to the house tonight, that you told the kids not to go into the basement?
No, I didn't tell the kids. The kids asked if we had a basement. I said yes. I said it's not furnished. It's just storage.
So, and I didn't ask her that. She specifically, she told me that.
That's it.
She told me that you said, don't go into the basement.
No, I did not say not to go into the basement. If there was a basement, I said yes, but it's not furnished like the other house. It's just storage. Okay.
Sometimes guilty suspects will do their best to appear calm because they believe it makes them appear more believable or innocent. In their minds, an innocent person would naturally remain composed, while a guilty one would seem nervous, agitated, or desperate to explain themselves. The problem is, appearing too calm in the face of a devastating accusation may suggest that the suspect is suppressing genuine emotion or detaching psychologically to maintain control. Ironically, the very effort to appear innocent can end up making the suspect look calculated or emotionally cold.
Well, then why did you tell Nina that your dad was in Florida?
Because originally he was going to go with Bev. He decided he was not going to go.
So why?
And I thought that Bev had flew into Florida.
But you knew he wasn't in Florida. You knew he was here.
We didn't speak on that yesterday, not today.
Why were you late picking up the kids today? Yesterday? From school?
I thought she wasn't getting out until 1:30. So that's why I was late.
So you were moving stuff the entire time until you went and picked her up?
Not the entire time, because I was with Skip for part of the time.
Okay. You said Skip was helping you move stuff in.
Stuff downstairs, yes.
The detective shows her a screenshot from a camera a few miles from her father's home. This proves she is lying about spending the entire day unloading her possessions. Licia does what she does best, and she calmly denies the picture is her.
You're having trouble keeping all your lies straight.
No, I have not lied about anything.
You've lied about many things.
No. I told Dad that Skip was asleep because I didn't want her upset with Skip. He had gone out. He wasn't back.
No, you lied because you had killed Skip and he was at the basement steps.
No, I
That
did
you had
not.
stabbed him in the neck.
No, I did not. Okay? I want a lawyer now. Let's not talk anymore because you're trying to get me to say something that I did not do. And I didn't.
Okay. All right.
As we see in similar cases, Licia was initially charged with first-degree murder, but she would accept a plea deal from the prosecution. Licia was sentenced to 15 years in prison for murdering her father so she could move into his home. What are your thoughts on the sentence? Was it more or less than she deserved? Please share your thoughts in the comments below.